Greetings, this is Mary, and today I want to talk to you about the 10 grammar mistakes you're probably making. And I make them too. I make a lot of them, not all of them. I used to. And then I started picking up on how it was making me sound and how it was coming across in any of my written notes, texts, emails, any of that. And so I wanted to lay them out here. Please do not take offense to any of these. If you fall into these categories, they're simply to make you a little bit more aware and a little bit better. So starting out with number one, saying there's instead of there are. My example sentence is, there's a lot of options, when you should be saying there are a lot of options. I think there's is just a quicker word to say. It's easier to say, and it may sound a little bit better at the time, but it is incorrect. Number two, all right versus all right. All right is two words. It is not one. It's A-L-L, not A-L-R, and then the rest of the word. Number three, and I am so guilty of this one, and I am working on it, but it is the use of saying, you guys. No, it doesn't sound right, especially once you hit a certain age, and I am that age. I am beyond that age. Instead of saying you guys, you could say you all or everyone, or just don't say anything at all. If you regularly start your sentence with you guys, you won't believe this. Instead, you can just X that out and say, you won't believe this. Number four, this I hear all the time. Anyways, I don't want to talk about it. Instead of saying anyways, the proper word is anyway. It's singular. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this. Number five, and I'm not completely sure if this is grammatically correct, but in my head it is. And it's saying, I texted him last night. I think you're supposed to say, I sent him a text last night, or I texted him last night. The way I view it as text is present tense. Texted occurred in the past. I could be wrong. Please comment below if I'm wrong, but there's something about text being used as a past word. Number six, ending your sentences in right or, you know. To me, this sounds like either you are insecure or you're really trying to drive your point home, or you're looking for a filler. And I understand when you're trying to make a point and you are looking for that buy-in and you literally are asking your listeners, am I right? Does this point make sense? Am I on track? I get it, but it's the repetitive use of right, you know, and it becomes a bit much, and it does detract from the message that you're saying, because I'm telling you, there are people, maybe me, who are tallying up how many times this is being said, and it's very distracting. Number seven, I'm guilty of this. I am working on it, but it's starting your sentences, whether written or verbally, with the word so. So, what'd you do this weekend? I see that as a gentle lead-in. I see it as a comfort word, also a filler word, instead of jumping right into it. What'd you do this weekend? Number eight, moot point versus mute point. It's not mute point. You aren't making a silent point. You are saying this point doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It couldn't even exist and we would all be fine, and it's moot. A moot point, a moot issue. Number nine, her and I are going to the beach. I hear this all the time, and the proper grammar is she and I are going to the beach. If the and I weren't there, does her is going to the beach make sense? No. Does she is going to the beach make sense? Yes. So that's how I remember it. If I remove the and I, what would that sentence sound like? And number 10, final point. He's bringing that to Sam and I. I know where this is coming from, because I went there. I like this. I don't want that. I have had enough. But in this case, you would actually use the word me, and it doesn't sound right. When you first say it, you're thinking me, but you don't start sentences with me. You hardly use the word me. Well, you should be using the word me, because instead of saying he's bringing that to Sam and I, you should be saying he's bringing that to Sam and me. Using the example from the last sentence I gave you for point number 9, if the Sam and weren't in the sentence, you would say, he's bringing that to me. You wouldn't say he's bringing that to I. So those are the 10 grammar mistakes you might be making, you're probably making, you may not realize it, and maybe you want to correct them, maybe you don't, but I'm putting these out here just to bring some awareness, like I mentioned before. And please share your thoughts with me. Do you agree with what I said? And back to that text versus texted, what is the right way? I don't even know, but I'm thinking I might be right, might be totally wrong. Anyway, I welcome your feedback. This is a brand new channel. Please subscribe if you like what you've heard and seen today, and turn those notifications on so that each time I post a video, you're notified. Thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it. Take care.